You know, when we started the summit, we were very intentional to make it soulful, because we believe that when you gather people together, it's a sacred space you've created. And we wanted to touch hearts and minds.
It's an absolute privilege to be back at the Women Creating Wealth Entrepreneurship Summit, because I find myself in the privilege of being in the room with the women who show up in their full agency, ready to act on the promise of breaking barriers and building wealth for young African women and African women more broadly.
The inner self and the inner strength and the inner power of us as human beings is the most important investment you can put into anything else. It is you. You put yourself and you make for yourself what is to be. It starts with us. It's you define yourself and you build exactly the face and the value you represent. It's only then people will look at you, they will respect. This is what I dream for you.
This year, the Graça Machel Trust proudly celebrates 15 years of existence. 15 years of giving form to bold, visionary idea rooted in justice, rooted in equity, and the advancement of African women and girls. To us, this is not a commemoration of the past or time past. It is a powerful reflection of how far we have come in breaking the entrenched barriers that for too long have denied women access to assets, capital, and wealth creation. Barriers that have left them out of decision-making rooms while keeping them at the heart of economic survival. Today we celebrate 3,694 women who have journeyed through our program in the past 2 years. They've raised $14.5 million in capital. They have created 38,300 jobs, and they have, beyond that, positively impacted over 96,000 lives.
The summit is really one of the highlights of the year. And this is because we get to see a lot of people that we've had virtual conversations with, and we get to meet in person. And some of the in-person conversations on a Pan-African scale lead to deeper connections.
It's an absolute pleasure for me to stand amongst you. Builders, innovators, dreamers. Let's break barriers and let's be the change that we want to see.
When you've had a really, really tough day and you go to bed at night and you wake up the next morning, what is the one value, and that's why I say it can be more than one, that you think, okay, this is what I have to hold on today to make sure that today is a better day than yesterday was?
I have to believe that for each of us, when you wake up and you think, I'm here today. I'm here today. And in my life, I've gone through problems, I've gone through situations. This too shall pass.
Yes.
We have to say that. We have to say that because everything seems so daunting, and yet everything that you've gone through has prepared you for this moment and for this day.
I really enjoyed the summit. I mean, it's fantastic. It's phenomenal to see so many women across generations gathered in one space, sharing insights. It's almost like passing on generational wisdom to the next generation.
The Pan-African Adolescent Girls Nest creates a safer space for the girls to express themselves, to be advocates, and to bring solutions to problems that affect us as girls. Like I like to say, we are not birds, we are eagles.
I love the energy of the summit from the very first day. I love the way
people were connecting with each other, they were networking, they were talking, they were sharing, they were learning.
This summit is very important for me because I have learned many things by skills, mentorship, management, marketing.
This summit, the takeaway from here, that women, they can work together and impact our women in our region.
So when I did my first training with WCW, I realized that they're teaching me how I can move with my idea into a profitable result.
So WCW, there are a lot of successes, even in personal growth. The way I think, the way I make decisions, it is not the same way I used to. So there's a lot of change that is happening within myself in terms of the person and in terms of my business and in terms of growth.
If you want to grow your business from a step to another, you have to be trustworthy, you yourself, and you have to be disciplined.
I'm so happy and I'm so humbled by all the women from around Africa that we met with, that we shared story with, that now we are having sisters, that at least for one in Africa, then you have made a history.
Through the WCW Intergenerational Program, we are seeing real transformation, not only in numbers, but in mindset, capacity, and collaboration.
Looking back at the summit, I'm very impressed. It has impacted me in such a way that I feel like when I go back home, everything that I've learned, I'm going to start doing. It's not about only learning, but it's also about transformation.
Each success story we are creating represents a chain reaction of empowerment. Proof that when one woman finds her purpose, the entire community grows with her.
Ever since I joined WCW, it has actually really opened my eyes. For me, farming has become not just about raising the chickens. I think it has become more of a legacy thing, creating wealth, breaking barriers.
I would like to encourage every youth in this place today that let's go beyond running businesses. Let's build legacies.
So, for the first time in my adult life, I was recognized by the Mail and Guardian. They gave me an award through the power of women. Honestly, this award is not for me, it's for the community. And I think also I cannot not mention GMT, Women Creating Wealth and Fair for All projects, because this is where I'm able to say the skills that the community sees in me. This is where I got them from.
The reason we chose GMT is because we share similar values, empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. And we want to be there to power them into the future with ABSA, the Pan-African giant, rising behind them.
And I love hearing people talking to each other and quoting things that they've heard in panels and challenging things that they've heard in panels. And most importantly, strategizing about how they move forward when they get back home.
Not about the summit, it's about what happens after the summit. So when we come to the next summit, we can measure what has progressed. So I was just really excited, for me the first time, to see the reality, the realism, how much work has already been done, and the potential that's out there, what can be done.
I think the biggest call to action is, what do we do next? For now, actually, we have 5,000 entrepreneurs. We would like to reach a lot more entrepreneurs. We would like to get into the 100,000s. But what's going to be really important is what each one who's touched does. How do they carry this impact forward so that we have the ripple effect? Because honestly, transformation never ends with one person. If we're deeply transformed, we have the conviction to transform others.
We are the ones we have been waiting for. This is our time.